As always, I'm joined by my good friend Krzysztof over at our Degustation.
Hello, everybody.
And seeing as it's a Polish Beer 52, well, two beers from Beer 52 that we're going to be taking a look at, I'm going to let my Polish friend introduce them.
Well, first we will review this beauty, Misty Contemporary IPA from Browar Lotny Trzech Kumpli. So you would translate it as three buddies, brewery. And actually, if you would look on the logo on the top, you would see three guys drinking beer, from the top view.
Ah, okay.
So it's quite nice actually logo, and very interesting artwork on the label.
Yeah, I really like the look of that.
But it gives you impression of Misty Day as well, right?
Yeah.
And what's interesting today, the both beers that we will do, we have Vermont IPA from Browar Pinta and Misty from Trzech Kumpli. They are both the same, actually, New England IPAs, right?
Okay.
Vermont,
cool.
New England type. Right. So we will start from Misty because it's a little bit lower ABV and lower extract. Right. So let's see what they say about Misty. The most interesting trend in today's world of IPAs, matching our preferences and showcasing what's best in America hops and American brewing creativity. There is a high chance that Misty is going to become our crew's favorite IPA. This time, we will let ourselves be inspired by New England's brewing legacy. Juicy fruitness is brought to you courtesy of three kinds of finest American hops: grapefruit, mango, lychee, and limes. Greet your palate, giving way to gooseberry, white currant, and no kidding, white wine. Add just the right amount of herbal bitterness and finish off with a velvety south mouthfeel without oats and wheat. This beer wouldn't be the same. Contemporary IPA, we're up to date. Yes, up to date.
Bravo.
Because the first time they brew this beer in December 1916. So by this time, there was no even full description of the style. So they were up to date, really.
Cool. Right, let's get it open then.
Okay.
Have you had anything before from this brewery?
No. I think I had something, but not this one. I'm trying not to damage the cup because it looks so pretty.
Oh, it's pouring lovely.
Ah,
Wow.
pretty juicy aroma.
Yeah, I've got
so
a lovely cake film in the bottle still. I've got some of it into the glass.
Look,
and you've got that, yeah.
It's like a milk here.
Yeah, smoothie, mango smoothie.
Yeah, you would have impression of orange juice in glass, really, with a little bit of grapefruit. Yeah,
yeah.
Small head, but quite
like
nice.
Ice cream head on the top. It looks quite nice and creamy.
Yeah,
fingers worth of head.
Yeah.
Nose.
It's quite delicate, but it's quite juicy as well. You have grapefruit straight away.
Yeah, I'll pick the grapefruit up.
Citrus zest, but also sweet maltiness with mango. Yeah, soft exotic fruits like lychee,
lychee. Yeah. I mean, the grapefruit, that's, you know, bang on the grapefruit.
Yeah.
That jumps out straight away for me. And I do get that. I mean, so that gooseberry sort of tartness to it. Tartness to it.
Yeah, it makes the impression of, you know, the exotic fruit smoothie or something, juice. It's sweet and it's quite mixed. Mango is actually quite prominent here, but you have other fruits as well, and it's quite well mixed. So really, you can't pinpoint which one it is. But it is like a very nice exotic mix. But it's very soft, very gentle, a little bit sweetish, nice.
I think we should dive in on it, mate.
Na zdrowie.
Na zdrowie. Smooth.
Very smooth, very delicate, round, with nice wheaty texture.
I like it.
Quite grapefruity, quite juicy. Nice grapefruity bitterness.
It's just over the. It's just over the session strength, isn't it? But you could session it.
Oh yes, definitely. Nice chilled. You can spend whole warm day just drinking this beer. It's so drinkable, so soft, and it's just nectar. Just a nectar for you.
It's not in your face, is it? It's very soft and delicate, like you say. Yeah. I think this is a pretty good beer myself. It's got everything sort of right in it regarding the style.
Yeah, it's very misty. It's very juicy. You know, the bitterness is rather withdrawn. What's actually in style. Yeah, pretty nice.
Everything's low key in it. An excellent. This would be an absolutely excellent gateway beer for somebody, you know, making that change, because it's not in your face. I think they'd be very pleased with what they're getting. You know, because it is a very, very juicy beer, but very subdued and going, easy to get on with.
Let's see what they actually used.
It's not going to last long, I know that for sure.
Yeah, it's very drinkable. Right, so ABV is 5.5%, extract 15%, IBU 40 only. But actually, you don't taste such much such a bitterness. It is a slight grapefruity aftertaste.
Grapefruit bitterness, yeah, grapefruit bitterness. I wouldn't associate it with poppy bitterness.
Hops, mosaic.
You get a little bit of poppy into it.
Yeah. Hops, mosaic, citra, amarillo, Columbus, chinook, and palisade. Quite interesting. Nice.
You get that white wine feel to it as well, like they've described on the bottle.
Well, you know what? Let's check what's on the bottom. On the bottom, because there's lots of stuff on the bottom as well.
Mine in there, really. I've only got a little bit. Yeah.
It's so creamy now. It's worth to mention that carbonation is quite low, so it makes it very, very juicy experience.
Yeah, my first beer from this brewery, and I'm impressed with it.
Yeah,
I must have.
It's excellent. You know what? I think the white wine, it's somewhere between the just before bitterness. It is a kind of tartness.
Yeah,
with gooseberries, it goes quite well.
I definitely pick the grapefruit up. I get that gooseberry slight tartness to it. That's coming into me on the back end. I pick that up. I like the mouthfeel to it though. Like you say,
Yeah,
the
it's
carbonation
beautiful.
on it is like next to nothing. And
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know if you pay such attention, but they mentioned that they used white currant. Yeah, great.
Yeah, white currant.
White currant. Did you taste white currant? No.
No, what's white currant then? What's that?
Well, it looks like red currant, but it's white. And what's red currant? It's a smaller black currant.
Okay.
Right?
No, I can't say I've ever had one before.
Right. White currant, it's quite sweet, actually. Quite sweet, a little bit like gooseberries, when they are very, very ripe and, sweet. And then it's something between white wine there as well. So it's,
Okay.
it's completely different taste than black currant.
Yeah.
Because black currant, they mostly taste like a multivitamin. But white currant, it's quite nice. And red currant, it's quite tart, quite acidic, sweet as well. But it's more juicy, more refreshing. So
Yeah.
actually, I prefer the red currant above others. But white currant it's nice as well.
Well, it's doing its job in this beer for me. I mean, maybe I'm associating it more towards the gooseberry, but this is a good beer. Yeah, this is a really good
definitely.
Beer.
Definitely, it's worth to recommend this beer, to drink it, in large quantities. It's just a shame that it is a small bottle.
I'd be quite happy with a 500ml bottle of this.
Yeah,
a
few of them.
It's got a very, very good drinkability feel to it, and that's. I mean, you don't really have to be a beer geek to appreciate that sort of factor, because macro drinkers that just drink and drink and drink the same, Master Beer's lager. This for me, it's just got that go back to. I'd be quite happy to go over to Poland, go to a bar, see this at the pumps.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to want to try all the other beers, but I'd a couple of pints of this. Yeah,
5.5 is just ordinary strength, so you can easily sit with this beer all day, no problem.
Yeah. Obviously, it would.
I would say that this is perfect beer for summer, really.
Yes, yeah, I agree. Yeah, and hardly anything left, and we've been at it 15 minutes or so, and it's gone.
Yeah, it's very, very good. I think it's the first beer that you drank so quickly.
Well, I did say before, come on, I'm absolutely parched. I've had to sort of be content with Radlers, because obviously I was driving.
Yeah.
Coming back with the family and stuff, so couldn't have too much. So it was just a few Radlers. But that's it. The spot that's 9 out of 10 for me. That.
Yeah. It's very close. It's very close to 10.
Lovely. Right. Onwards and upwards.
Right. So we have another a Vermont IPA from Browar Pinta.
Would you say the probably the most popular craft beer from Poland?
Pinta. No, but I would say quite famous and first from the craft movement, that it's so well known.
Okay.
But there are others, there are many others, and some would say making much better beers. Even this one. What you want more?
That's definitely set the.
But Pinta is very famous. It's very famous, definitely.
This is my third beer now from this brewery. I know you sent me one a long while ago, which was a lager, and I did enjoy that. We did the hop lager, didn't we, on the last review, which I thought was it was an IPA, wasn't it? I thought that was very, very good. So yeah, we'll see what this one has to offer.
Yeah. So Pinta Vermont IPA, 15.5% extract. Don't be fooled. It's extract. Actually, ABV it's 6.1. More delicate, more juicy, and more hoppy in aroma than typical American IPA. Fermentation with English yeast strain enriched the hoppy profile with interesting notes of white and stone fruits. Short lagering process and double dry hopping, creating the fruity and hoppy beer. Right, actually they used S04 strain of yeast, so it's not really for IPAs. It's more English yeast, generally.
I've had a couple of UK craft brewers that use that strain.
Yeah. So they don't. Did they say? Oh yes, they say ingredients: water, barley malt, hops, yeast. What they use for malts? Malts, barley, pilsner, pale ale, hops, Citra, Centennial, Mosaic, Columbus. Right.
Okay.
It is in a small print.
Yeah, I just about picked it up myself right at the bottom of it. Yeah, best before 17th of the 2nd, 2019. So quite a long shelf life.
Quite long.
Nice brown.
Yep. So where is the Pinta Vermont IPA? Yeah. Oh, they added sugar as well as an additional ingredient. Okay. IBU 54. Right. So let's open it.
Okay. Let's go for it.
Will it go? No.
But definitely not as hazy. My end, anyway.
Yeah, it is a little bit hazy, and definitely much more amber than the first one. Small head. You can see the carbonation inside. It's quite nice.
Not a lot going on with it, though, is there? It's nice and slow.
Just the tiny bubbles. I don't know if you can see.
Again, another creamy head. I don't know about yours, but I've got
It's quite nice, yes.
Yeah.
Completely different aroma.
Yeah, miles away, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit caramely. It is definitely juicy and fruity, but fruits are not really like citruses or exotic fruits. It's more like the pears and apples. A little bit of gooseberries.
I mean, from the nose, comparing it to the Misty, yeah, it's not really ringing home for me nose wise. Yeah, that toffee, I get that malty caramelly toffee.
Yeah, it's very British IPA, you know, like.
Yeah. Well, there's only one way of finding. I think we should give it a bash.
Yeah. Cheers. It's soft as well. Much richer. You know, despite that it's only 0.5% of difference in extract, but it's much more richer. Quite old-fashioned IPA, I would say.
I wouldn't say it's a Vermont IPA. I've probably done about 2. Appearance-wise, it's not ringing home to that style for me. And taste-wise, I think it's miles away, isn't it, from the Vermont IPA?
It is grapefruity, but you don't have such citrusy and exotic fruits here. It's not very juicy.
No,
you have something of this, but you know,
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I need to think about it a little bit more. I think you sort of know where you're going to be at. For me, when you pour a beer, you smell it, and you have that first taste, and it's make or break for me when I'm sort of like trying to think about a beer. And this one, I haven't sort of made my mind up because of it's not sort of, I don't know, nothing's really clicking for me at the moment for this.
Yeah, it's also have been brewed first just on this end of 2016. So you know, different approach to quite misty actually settings for the style. So they came up with this, but it's on the edge of the style, not
definitely on the edge of the style.
It's more like traditional IPA with a little bit more juiciness. It is quite rich.
Yeah, it's got quite.
So you can say definitely it's not the West Coast that it's dry to bone. So it has some attributes of New England, but but only few.
Yeah,
it is a little bit hazy, but not hazy enough.
No, I mean, have you still got a bit of the Misty left in your glass?
Yeah. No.
Just compare them, but
this one looks like a milk.
Yeah.
And this not.
I mean, yeah, that's what we're looking for, really, aren't we? That Misty.
Yeah.
This
so
is
no,
like
we don't say it's a bad beer. It's quite nice, actually. It's soft, quite round, with medium to low carbonation, quite drinkable, a little bit high bitterness, but it doesn't really fit in New England style. It's somewhere on the edge.
Well, let's just call it an IPA. Forget about Vermont, New England, and all that jazz. Let's just call it an IPA.
Yeah, American IPA, and it should be all right.
It's still lacking something, isn't it? I do get sort of like quite a sort of full mouthfeel to it, but there's not really a lot going on with it for me. I'm getting a little bit of citrus, slight little bit of bitterness to it. Other than that, that's pretty much it for me on my palate.
Yeah, if you would like look at this beer first time, you would not really say it's New England. It's typical IPA, a little bit more juicy. It's not very heavy as well. So
yeah. Grapefruit juiciness to it. Maybe a little bit of like orange in there. I don't mind the mouthfeel to it. Like I say, it's got quite sort of like a full mouthfeel. There is like a richness to it. That toffee does sneak in a little bit, doesn't it, on it?
yeah, it's more in aroma in the first sip, and then just disappears. It's more grapefruity, especially on the end. But you know, you still can feel this, you know, this breadiness and caramel somewhere there. So
yeah. I think they've done a good job of masking the 6.1%, considering, again, my palate opinion on it. There's not a great deal going on with it.
Yeah.
Flavour wise, they've done a good job of hiding that 6.1. Yeah, easy drinking. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing off with it.
No, actually, if you would look on it, it's quite nice. It's quite nice, very drinkable still. It's a little bit richer than the Misty, but it's still quite drinkable. You know, it's a good beer, soft,
Yeah,
you know, round, and it's nice,
right.
but it's more traditional.
Yeah,
much more traditional and, you know, less juicy.
I think that's the trouble, isn't it? When you're doing more than one beer, even if you're just drinking it and you've got no cameras rolling or anything like that, you open your first beer, it's like a lucky dip, you know. You open it, and in our case, we opened the Misty, and it was fantastic drinking experience. And then you go to beer number 2, and it lets you down, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is a difference. Yes.
You want it to sort of keep raising and raising. You know, you want that sort of enjoyment factor to sort of increase as the beers go on. And for me, it went up, and it's slightly gone down a bit for me. To sum it up.
Yeah, that's the problem when you have you know, first actually quite good beer, and then you have a little bit less, you know, exciting, and then oh, it is a huge difference between them. But if you would drink them completely separately, you know, you would still enjoy it very much.
Yeah. I don't want to completely overlook this beer regarding the first beer that we did, the Misty.
Yeah, you know, even if you would look on rate beer, you would see that it's not a huge difference in points between those beers. Misty has 99, and Vermont IPA has 94. So, you know, it's still good beer. Yeah, but if you would compare, you know, they together, you know, you can see, smell, and taste difference.
Yeah, and with them both being New England IPAs. I mean, if we'd gone in reviewing a stout or a porter and enjoyed it, and then moved on to this, then we probably would have had a different sort of thought process to it. But because obviously back-to-back New England beers, yeah, I mean, for me, one triumphs, you know, the other. You know, you were saying about the rate, the you know, one got 99 and one got 94. I would gauge it slightly different for me. I would definitely the the Misty, I would definitely sit that in the high 90s. This one, low
80s.
90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. 80s,
Else.
90s.
But like I say, they're both good beers. But you know, in this contest, Misty wins. Quite high.
Yeah. If I had a choice, to sort of, what would I like another bottle of one or other, and I had a choice to pick, Misty all day long for me.
Yeah, but you know what? This is interesting because now you would say this, but like 3 years ago, when those two would be, completely new thing, you would prefer the second one because that's what you usually drink.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I suppose
it was different. Few years ago, people were like saying, "All right, this is much better than the other one, so it's better."
Yeah.
And they were like doing strange things, like adding so much hops that it was 1,000 IBU that you can't even taste. But it's hardcore. Yes, this is better.
Well, I mean, I don't know about you, Krzysztof, but when I first started experimenting with craft beer and just sort of like going further afield, dipping my toe in the water with American stuff, it was all West Coast IPAs. And I was getting these big sort of resiny, piney, high sort of hoppy, and it was like, wow, it was a complete sort of like, from drinking English IPAs to dabbling with these monster beers. I mean, 6 Point Resin, that was one of my first beers that I tried, and it was like, wow, what the bloody hell is this? It was just complete mystery to me. And then they sort of dips out of fashion, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then all this juicy, hazy stuff comes into the forefront, and you take advantage of it. Well, I do anyway when I can. And it's just, I don't know, it's just, there's something about it. It just makes it easy drinking stuff.
Yeah, it's just maybe it will be something different next year. Sours are quite popular, so you never know.
Yeah, I don't mind trying one every now and again, but I wouldn't say I'm the biggest sour fan, to be honest with you. Not my favourite style of beer, but I don't mind now and again just dabbling with them, trying them out, but not something I would lean to. A bit like wheat beers as well. I'm sort of, I don't mind one now and again.
Yeah.
Hefeweizens, I went through a stage of really sort of liking them, and then I haven't had one for about a year and a half, 2 years. Just how it is.
Yeah, they're not very popular, and if you would get something, it's not really great. No, it's a little bit boring. There's not enough banana and cloves. A little bit bland. I would like to taste something, extremely well done, and it's not.
Well, I mean, I know you're a big champion of Baltic Porters. That's one of your styles that you adore. Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I think a good lager, pilsner, a Baltic Porter, a Doppelbock, a good IPA, a good Imperial Stout, obviously, and then you've got all the other sort of saisons. I probably need to try more. Wheat beers, again, I need to try more. Pale ales, yeah, they're it's.
Pale ale is just everyday beer, and they are not really exciting, but they are to drink.
Yeah, like everything. Yeah, I can get good amounts of satisfaction from drinking a bog standard traditional English best bitter. If I pick the right one,
Yeah,
you know, it can be an enjoyable experience all the same.
Yeah. But I know that not everyone likes caramel beer, but I learned to like it.
Well,
so yeah, I know if it's good bitter, it's really nice. You know, if you can have like a Fuller's, ESB, it's just great.
Yeah, ESB, yeah, solid beer.
Yeah.
Most of their range is pretty solid, really. They know what they're doing. No complaints from me regarding Fuller's beers.
And you know what, with lagers now they are very like popular even in Poland, in craft breweries, because I think they want to show that they can brew such hard to brew beer, because it is lots of technology involved in it, and it have to be so pure with perfect actually, that you can't hide anything in lagers or pilsners. So it have to be perfect. So if they will produce nice lager, they can say, here's our craft. You see what level of beer we can produce.
Yeah, that's good. It's one of the most popular styles that people indulge in, and yeah, like you say, you can't really hide if you're gonna, for the first time making a lager. You can't really hide your mistakes in it, can you?
Yeah.
It's pretty bare bones, Some breweries can do it, some breweries can't do it. I mean, we were chatting a while back on Facebook when I said to you about that brand that came out in Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
I forget what they were called now, but it was all crafted up, quite nice looking, attractive cans of beer with animal prints on and stuff like that, and it turned out to be Marston's hiding behind it. And it was just the lager. I bought 2 cans. I bought the lager and I bought the pale ale. The pale ale was basically pedigree that's been canned. The lager, it was all right. My gripe is when breweries like that do things like that and try and sort of hide behind a cloak of mystery and stuff, when you can just go on the internet, type it in, and find out who's brewing it. So why go through all that hassle of branding something and then hiding behind it, and not there's no inkling of Marston's written on it at all.
Yeah.
And that annoys me sometimes.
Well, yes, for me, even if they introduce their own, brand, it's okay, right? But brewed 4 liters, for example, by someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? They gave brewery recipe. Okay, do something like this, and yeah, why not? Why to hide?
I can't really see. I can't see who they're aiming for there, because the seasoned craft beer drinker will see straight through it and think, "Nah, this is a load of bullshit. I'll do some research. I'll look into it." And then, yeah, lo and behold, you find out it's been brewed by Marston's. Whereas the normal bloke that gets dragged around the supermarket once a week with his wife to do the shopping, that likes a beer every now and again, he'll probably see it and think, "Oh, that's new. Oh, they do a stout, a lager, a pale ale, and IPA. I'll try one of each, and not think anything about it. See the branding and think, oh, it's just a new brewery."
Yeah.
And not actually look into it more, opposed to someone like me or you that does it for a hobby. That's what bugs me with it. I haven't got a problem with Marston's having a craft line, because as long as it's displayed.
Yeah, I would be even happier if I would know when they would produce good beer. I'm like, okay, why not? They're big enough. They have expertise. Why not? I don't see a problem with it.
I don't like it. And then obviously they're jumping on the bandwagon regarding the volume of beer that you get and the price that you pay, or like you're saying, supermarket prices. But again, going back to sort of the average bloke that buys his bottles of bloody Tetley or whatever, cans of Tetley and Boddingtons and stuff like that, and just wants to try something different, he's paying the same price for a can of beer that's dressed up to be something different, when it's pretty much bog standard beer, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and everything costs exactly the same. Doesn't matter from which brewery.
I mean, me and the wife went out for a meal yesterday in Coventry, and we went to a steak pub, and they had Thornbridge beers in there. They had the J. Purr, they had their Lucas Lager, and they had their Versa wheat beer.
Uh-huh.
And they were like £4.40 each. I thought, what? No, it's all right. I think I ended up getting a pint of Purity Longhorn Unfiltered IPA. That was £3.50 for a pint. I thought, yeah, that'll do me. I'm not spending £4.40 on a bottle of Thornbridge. If it was 500 ml, then I probably would have considered it.
Yeah.
But not £3.40.
Yeah, This is a problem with pubs, you go in and paying so much for what you can buy in supermarket for just a quarter of this.
I very rarely go out there, to be honest. For that reason, it can get a little bit expensive. There's a Brewdog that opened up in Oxford.
Oh yes. Brewdog is quite expensive. Yes.
And even the boosters around my area, traditional sort of beers. I think that's just having the money to do it, sort of thing. I'd sooner go to a craft beer shop and spend a few quid in there, to be honest, and just drink them at home. Get more enjoyment that way.
Yeah, you know what? Because you can't really judge beer in pub when it's full, because there's too much noise, different smells, and you have a general idea, but not all those tiny things that you can find out at home, and peace and quiet.
Peace and quiet, yeah. You can tell, can't you, when you're getting older, noise can't be done with noise anymore. Crowds can't be done with that anymore. Yeah, just how it is. I mean, I absolutely hate going downtown, day or night. Parking is an absolute headache. I get so bloody stressed out about finding a parking space, and then you've got to deal with crowds of people. Can't be done with it anymore. I'm turning into an old miserable git. That's what's happening. But anyway, back to the beers. Just to wrap this up now. That's a winner for me. The Misty, definitely out the two beers all day long. Just a little bit more going on with it. Full stop for me.
Yeah, definitely this one.
Yeah. What would you give the Vermont IPA, Krzysztof, out of 10 then?
Well, it's a good beer, but style-wise, it doesn't fit enough. So this lowers the score. So I don't know. It's about 8. It's a good beer, but not really Vermont.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for me. Yeah, the same sort of thing as you, mate. It's not really a Vermont IPA. It's more a classic English traditional IPA, really, isn't it? There's not really much more to say about it. But yeah, by all means, check them out. These were both beer 52. I'm not sure.
Yeah, definitely not try to drink them, together, because then Vermont would lose much more than if it would be drunk, separately. Mix it, differently. Don't compare them.
Yeah, definitely don't compare them, because straight away you've got that benchmark, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely the Misty is,
excellent. The Misty is an excellent
possible.
Yeah, if you ever see the Misty about, grab it. Seriously, grab it. That's a fantastic.
Yeah, we can. I would even say that it's must to try.
Yeah, without a doubt. And as always, go and check out my good friend Ale Degustation. Give him a sub. I'll put a link down below in the description. So yeah, by all means, click on that. Check his channel out. He does daily. He's still doing daily video reviews, aren't you?
I'm trying. Not every day, but I'm trying to do it every day.
So yeah, give him a sub, give him a thumbs up and all that jazz. And hopefully, touch wood, we will be back in 2 weeks maybe to take a look at 2 more beers from the Beer 52 range. Hopefully, we'll try and mix up the styles a bit. So.
Well, why not? It was a good idea as well. Sometimes.
Definitely. One beer is shines more than the other, and that's great. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching anyway, and we'll see you on our next one. Cheers.
Bye.